All right, and looks like we're about ready to go. We've got Lost Kingdoms with DoubleDubbel. Hey, DoubleDubbel, how's it going?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing okay.
I'm ready to play video game.
Nice, perfect. I'm ready to watch video game. Always ready to watch. I'm good to start the timer whenever you're ready. So count yourself in whenever you are good.
Hey. Well, hello everybody.
Oh.
Hope you're all doing. Hope you are all doing good as well. And yeah, we're here for some Lost Kingdoms, which is an action RPG released in 2002, but none of them from Software, but better known for games such as Demon's Souls, Dark Souls, and Bloodborne. I always forget that third one.
I also forget about that.
Sorry?
I said I also sometimes forget about that one.
Yeah.
People always talk about Dark Souls.
Alright, enough dilly-dallying on this intro screen here. Let's actually get into the video game, shall we?
Yeah.
So time doesn't start quite yet. Let's name our character Power Up with Pride. As is tradition with these kinds of runs, we name things in appropriate ways. Because this is not the naming incentive that we have for this game. That's for the deck name. That's going to come up a little bit later. Roughly about 2.5 minutes into the run, will need to be cut off. So if you want to get some donations in for that, you can still snipe it. But yeah, time is going to start when I press start to skip the pre-rendered cutscene, and then I'll gain control. I can skip the cutscene at any point, so I'll count you in. So first off, we have this blurb that tells you the story before the game starts, like the events prior to the game, which is one day there was black fog everywhere, and now there's monsters trying to kill everyone. It's somewhat of a cliched story, but hey, the story is not what you play this game for. It's for the gameplay. And I'm going to show you that gameplay. So we've got this loading screen. After this, the cutscene will start, where if I press start, time will go. So let's get this run. Let's get this run on the roll in 3, 2, 1, go! So this is our Princess Katia, or Princess PUWP, as we've renamed her. And yeah, the story is our father, the king, has gone out to try and defeat the monsters himself and save the world. And Katia's here in the castle. The king told us if things go south, get the runestone and get out. Things have gone south, so we get the runestone here and get out. It's a very simple first stage. Unfortunately, I did not get good cards here. So that's unfortunate. And yeah, there is, as with every RPG, there is a fair amount of RNG to deal with. But we're gonna make it through. Now, there's an important trick here, and that's press B. Any string of dialogue boxes can be skipped by one press of the start button. Except these kinds of text boxes in the overworld, but dialogue text box strings can be entirely skipped with one press of the B button. So that's what we're gonna do. Gonna do it here as well. If I did the frame perfectly, I would not have stopped running there. So here. So gonna kill you, because that's faster than actually running away. So yeah, this is the tutorial stage where they actually teach you how to play the game. Except we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna learn how to play the game. Because this game lets you run away from the fights. So yeah, how the battle system works in this game is, you can see at the top left, you can see my health and my magic stones. My health is the big blue bar with 100. And the circle with the number inside of it, that's my magic stones. That's the resource you pay for to use the cards that I have in the bottom left of the screen. And I'll explain a little bit more about the battle system in a second, but first we got a glitch. As is also tradition with an RPG speedrun. You just run into the wall for a bit and then we just fall through the floor. Ta-da! It truly is magic. Alright, so here we got the boss fight. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna bury, so I'm gonna keep this card flying in midair to get the invincibility frames. Okay, hit him. Ow, get hit. That's not particularly good. So you can see my cards in the bottom right of the screen. The bottom, yeah, bottom right. There we go. That's not an enemy dead. All right, so I want to cut off the incentive now and have our winner locked in for the deck name. So yeah, please do tell me what the winner was, as I'm going to be doing some shopping here. So basically, I'm just going to sell everything I'm not using. So
Yeah,
sell the hobgoblins as well. Sell the lizard man. Sell the man traps here. Yeah, sell everything except the dragon knight here. And I'm going to buy 4 mandragoras and yeah, sure, 12. 12 is a little low, but I can buy more later. Alright, so how about that deck name?
Yep, sorry about that. The deck name is Keyforge.
Keyforge, and that's with the W and F capitalized, right?
Or Keyforge. K-E-Y-F-O-R-G-E.
Oh, Keyforge, okay, and then with the K and F capitalized, I presume.
Just the K, no F.
Oh, no F, okay, so... Keyforge.
Keyforge.
And that perfectly fits the character limit. We have the
Perfect.
Keyforge deck now. So yeah, the cards we just bought, gonna put them in our deck now. And we're gonna head into the Lassoon. Alright, so for this stage is we got these colored statues to interact with, or capstans as the game calls them. Now I'm actually running a very particular way through the stage. What I'm actually doing is running on a thing called encounter lines. As you may have noticed, when I got into fights in the previous stages, there's like a little box part of the level that the game uses as an arena for you to fight in. So that's what we call the encounter box. However, if you run on the line between 2 encounter boxes, the game cannot give you an encounter because you're like it happened right here. You have to fully be in an encounter box before the game can give you an encounter. Unfortunately, I have to fight this one out because any encounter with a capstan like this in it, I cannot escape from. Like when you try to escape by running into the side of the area, the game will literally tell you you cannot escape. So yeah, that's the encounters you really don't want in Lassoon. And yeah, for the green capstan, we have to run through a lot of the encounter box, so that's where you will most likely get an unescapable encounter. So now we got this boss here, who's gonna be a complete joke. So I want to do this. And then use the Dragonite to finish him off. So what I used is, you may have noticed me using a bunch of blue cards, right? So those are water type cards. There's an element system in this game. And each element is weak to another. Water beats fire, fire beats wood, wood beats earth, and earth beats water. Yeah, you can see like the square of type matchups in the top left. It goes clockwise in what element is strong against each other, and then they resist themselves. And what the type matchups do is they boost or reduce the damage by 50%. So water does 50% more damage to fire and 50% less to itself. The flying rays that I bought have a special property called Pierce Defense, which means that they ignore defense entirely, and they have 15 attacks, so they always do a flat 15 damage. Alright, I want you out of my way. So what I'm doing here is a trick called shuffling. Unfortunately, this skeleton is also here to be annoying. So yeah, I'm about to do a trick that I really need to not have enemies around for. So face a fairly specific direction, mash the button, get behind this chest, face roughly the same way, plop 2 more mandragoras down, and mess up the trick so I have to reset the stage. Great. But hey, that gives me more time to explain things. So yeah, each card has its own stones cost. Yeah, each card has its own stones cost and element and weapon and card type that it has as well. So you can see it in the left here. You can see the sword icon on the crystal. So the sword icon means that the flying ray is a weapon type card. Weapon type cards are very quick attacks that just come out instantly, and you know that's fast. So weapon cards is what we will primarily use. The second type that we use in the run is Independence, which is the Mandragora card that you can see on my A button. That's the icon for Independent. So yeah, what they are like an ally you summon in battle to fight alongside you, and that's what we're gonna be. That's what I was trying to use to clip out of bounds here. But unfortunately, I messed it up and failed. Well, yeah, that's what Burial Grounds is. We're going out of bounds inside a fight, rather than in the overworld like we did earlier. Okay, so carefully time my hits to not like hit the skeleton in the iframes. Okay. So face a fairly specific way. Plop 1 down right away. So I'm mashing the button because let me actually do this trick first, and then I'll explain it. There we go. Pop out, walk up this hill, and then fall out of bounds. And there we go. Hold up left to run away. All right. So how independence work is the first button press makes you throw out the card, and if you hold the button down, you can keep the card in flying. I did it during the first boss fight to get invincibility frames. However, if you when you press the button a second time, I'm in a bad position right now. Okay. Okay. I need to be careful here because I don't actually have too many cards right now. Also, I don't have too much health. Let me just... Alright, this is gonna be slow, but at least it'll be safe to put Mandragoras down, deal some damage here. Okay, 12 points. Flying rate does 15 always, unless you're hitting him. Okay. That's Burial Grounds done. Alright, so we're going into Shell Passage here, and this is going to introduce a new mechanic, which is easy mode. If you fail a stage by either dying or running out of cards, the game puts the stage in easy mode, which removes a bunch of which removes certain possible encounters from the map. Quitting the stage voluntarily, like I just did at the start, does the same thing. Well, not necessarily at the start, but yeah. Quitting the stage also does the same thing. It also puts the stage in easy mode when you go back in. So that's what we use here to get rid of a bunch of encounters. Yeah, the way you manage your resources, or the way you manage your resources, is that you when you hit enemies, they drop crystals. There we go, 3 hit that guy. When you hit enemies with your attacks, they drop crystals, and you can pick those up to replenish your things. Now I don't really need to worry about this because I'm efficient with my card use anyway, because we want to go fast. But also, if you run out of stones, or if you don't have enough stones to pay for a card, you can still use cards. It's just, when you don't have enough, you pay with health instead. Alright, crab, be nice, please. Thank you. Yeah, so yeah, the reason we're here is we're trying to get the Castle Grail where our father is supposed to be, because we're trying to catch up to our father. That's what we've been trying to do this entire time. Also, one thing that's important in this stage in particular is walking. As you may have noticed, I walk kind of slow through the dirty water, so I'm gonna just not. I'm just gonna avoid that as much as possible. Like here as well, there's some dirty water to walk through. You can see how I'm walking slower. I get here, and then I'm running at speed again. So yeah, the Flayer spawns here die in 1 flying rate thanks to the fire element. Okay. Okay, this is fine. So I'm trying to do a particular thing in this fight. Okay, he's dead, and I need to quickly break this box before the fight ends. So, stages also have unbreakable, breakable objects in them, but you need an attack to. Yeah, you need an attack to break those objects. Enemies can also do it, but that's unreliable, so that's not something we use in the speedrun. But the another thing about the flying rate that I haven't said yet is that it homes in on enemies. Meaning that if there's enemies around, the flying ray is going to go for that instead of trying to break the box, which is what I want. So the strategy is to defeat all the enemies, and and then I am very low on health. Oh boy. So yeah, when you're below 50% health, you get this slow walk of being injured, which is gonna lose me time as well. There should be a deck point up ahead, though. Actually, I don't think there is. Okay, skip the cutscene. The game will stay where it was when you skip the cutscene, rather than fast forwarding to where it is after the cut. If you let the cutscene fully play. Well, it's fine. There's no more fights, so I can just waddle towards the end of the stage here. There's an optional. There's a random encounter I can get up here, but I can just run away from it. I am gonna play it safe though and escape on this side. Also, one thing I haven't mentioned yet, when you run away from fights, you lose a card. Which is why I buy more cards than I actually need to cover for encounter drops. Okay, get 3 cards here, and that's the end of Shell Passage. Alright, so the running bird I picked up from the chest, I'm gonna put it in my deck here and go into Castle Grail. So I'm gonna do another out of bounds clip. out of bounds inside the fight. However, like with burial grounds, it's a random encounter, so you just have to run around in this corner here and wait for it to trigger. Okay, the Birdman's chilling over there. That's good. That's what I want. I want him to stay there. He's not going to stay there while I cycle for the cards I need. Yeah, there we go. Notice me. Ow. So yeah, this is the cards that I need. I need the bird and then 3 Mandragoras. It's really rough to actually drop aggro here from the Birdman. So I'm gonna lure him over here. There we go, managed to drop aggro. So yeah, this is unfortunate time loss that I have to wait for this to line up. But yeah, I need this enemy to not be a bother while I try to do this out of bounds. Oh, he saw me anyway. Alright, well, let's go for it. Okay, clip up. Nope, didn't work. See, that's why you don't want the Mandragora to go off, so I have to abort. So remember easy mode that I used in the previous stage, right? That encounter gets removed by easy mode, so I have to do the backup now. Because I didn't save. I was intending to save and then load the save to do it, because I have more success with that one than the clip up here. But I have to do it this way now because I forgot to save. Okay, so 1, 2, and yeah, take him out. Put him on 1 health. Because the thing that makes this one tricky. Yeah. I need him to drop aggro. So it has to be done up here. Turn around. Nope, failed again. Dang. Oh, we may have to do the stage the casual way, which is going to be very unfortunate. Okay, so 1, 2. So yeah, the problem with this encounter is I can't escape, so I have to defeat to clip out of bounds and then beat the enemy. So that's why I'm like putting him at low health. Alright, can I no, I need a big swing. I need a big swing to be able to de-aggro, like that. Okay, I've dropped aggro, I'm here in the spot. Let me zoom in so I know what I'm doing. There we go, I'm up here. Oh, I got myself soft locked. I didn't put the last one down in time, so I got stuck up there, and there's no way to get out at that point. Oh, Grail is being a proper nightmare right now. Practice this a bunch too, and it's still giving me issues. You. Put you on low health. Now cycle through my cards again. Still aggro on me. Okay, I've dropped aggro. Try this again, turn around, put that to the right, get up here. Nope, didn't work again. Okay. Alright, I got it and I failed. I got it once and then I threw it away by not putting the last Mandragora down in time. Okay, there's the bird. Okay, drop that aggro. I can do the thing now. Turn around. Put the bird down. The mandra down. The second one down. Oh my. I'm just not getting up here anymore. Oh, I got it. Go, 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 go. Nice, I got out. The reset again, you know. Alright, now we got one of the hardest bosses in the game. Alright, got that hit off. I'll take you out. So, it's very tricky to find the sweet spot between... Oh, it was not nice. It took me like 7 tries. Not actually 7, but... But hey, that Elena fight at least went alright. Okay, skip the cutscene. Oh. Yeah, skip the cutscene. So I get an extra runestone, which gives me 5 magic stones to my cap, and I get another 50 health. So get the rewards here. Alright, so back to the apothecary. We don't have to do anything here, we can just some story and then we So yeah, that's some story and then we can leave. Alright, so Bridge of Sarva, one of the hardest out-of-bounds clips in the overworld in the game. But yeah, first some random encounters. Alright, so now I'm gonna pick up another very important card, the Golden Butterfly. That will come into play later. So yeah, unfortunately there's a gold butterfly right there as an enemy. This is what it does. That's a preview of what we're gonna be using our gold butterfly for. Alright, so now here's the spot. Now this did not go well in practice, so I'm just gonna wuss out and do the easier side. No, don't run. I have to walk. There we go, got it. So what I did there was pause buffering. What pause buffering is, what pause buffering does rather is, I try to pause on a frame where I'm partly clipped inside and then let go of the stick so I'm not moving. And that lets me fall through, because you have to fully fall through before you stay out of bounds. If you move out of the spot before you fully clip through, then the game puts you back in bounds. Now, because we skipped everything, we only get one card as a reward at the end. Alright, hardest stage in the game. But we can skip it by pressing the start button, because it's just a cutscene. Very much the hardest stage, I know. Alright, Ypres Mines. More out of bounds here, where we skip the... More out of bounds where we skip the entire stage. Except we do it by going back at the stage, which causes these abandoned level prompts to show up. Oh. It's a little tricky, this one. So a lot of vibrating, but there you go. That's a fairly standard Ypres. Run up here. Hope I don't get the encounter that's here. Use the minimap for navigation. Walk towards these blue things. Go up here. Turn around, enter the cutscene in a specific way, and there we go. We're at the boss. A little bit of damage to him. So now I'm gonna do a few trades here. I'm gonna try to use the short iframes of my attack here that actually dodges attacks like that. And there we go. Oh, 1 health. Dang. I need this Mandragora to hit. There we go. Otherwise I would have had to reset the stage and redo it again. And I really don't want to redo stages at this point, because I've redone Grail enough as it is. Alright, another apothecary visit. So now we have the runestone that was taken to Ypres. So we've got more health and more magic stones. And we're off to Burnden Field with another pretty difficult clip, but this one has visual cues I can use. Very awkward and visual cues that you're not going to be able to see when you don't know. Alright, so take out this Dragon Knight here. Okay, so now we're entering an area of a mid-boss. But we're gonna skip him. So. Where's my spots? Yeah, here. I found my visual cues. Using slightly off-color spaces in the wall. And there we go. So many runners in the Lost Kingdoms community are jealous of me for my consistency with this out-of-bounds clip. I don't know why. I don't know why it's so easy for me. I don't know why it's so hard for other people. But hey, good news. We finally caught up to our father, the king. But first we have to beat this boss, Beelzebub. Okay, die. You're still alive, you need to stop existing, thank you. So I'm wiggling the stick here to get rid of this poison that's on me. Alright, now time to fight Beelzebub. Right now, I'm doing 22 damage to him, despite not having fire, not him being fire. Also, rip, our father's dead. Very tragic. Did all that effort to catch up to him, and he just dies. But yeah, so Beelzebub has a special effect where it increases damage by 50% for everyone. Enemies, allies, everything. So we do 22 damage to him. You know, 15 times 1.5 is 22 and a half, and that gets rounded down. So what we did here is we did another abort to put the stage in easy mode. That's what we do here in Tales of White. I'm also talking to this guy. He gives me a running bird card, which I picked up earlier when I talked about the breakable boxes that I needed an attack for to break. So yeah, that's the second bird I'm picking up for marathon safety, because let's be real, plenty has gone wrong already. So yeah, Tiger Mages. Spread your users out to work around the invincibility frames, and they're done. They're fire enemies, so they get destroyed by Flying Ray. Alright, now we get the key that we can open the door on the other side with. I'm walking this particular way to avoid the encounter box up there. Open this door, and now we can enter this area. Get another fight here. Break this box. Break his face. Break this box. Sure, I'll use a Dragon Knife for that. Alright, so I break these boxes to make my trip back a little smoother, like this. Just walk straight in. Take this up here. I did not get the encounter. That's good. Now we got this boss fight here. Okay, Dragon Knife missed. They killed the Mandragora, unfortunately. I'm stuck in a corner, so mash buttons and hope for the best. God bless the auto-aiming. The auto-aiming. Pick up a crystal. I almost ran out of cards. I'm getting close to running out of cards a lot here. This is not a good precedent for what's to come. Okay, get the cards here. Alright, Grenfold Church. So here we're gonna see more running on encounter lines. So there's no encounter box here, so I'm gonna run here first and then run up. Turn around and get an encounter. Great. So to mitigate the time loss from this encounter, I'm gonna break this fence and run away here. Okay, get the candles. I need to get 4 candles in the 4 colors, similar to a stage we saw before. And turn the camera around during the transition, and okay. Oh, there's a great demon up here. That's not nice. I'm just gonna run over here and escape up here. So the running on encounter lines is not necessary now, because there's a small cooldown between encounters. I do it anyway because out of muscle memory, but yeah. But yeah, every single encounter in this stage is random. To this day, I have not yet had encounterless before in this stage. So break the fence, run away. This is definitely the best time loss mitigation, because I can, instead of walking all the way around this fence you see on my left, I can just run to the chest directly by breaking that fence. That might be the only spot where breaking the fence and running away is faster if you get the encounter super early. Alright, use the candles. Doesn't matter which order you use them in. I use them to because of the way I approach them and the way I want to leave. And yeah. And now we got a boss fight against the vampire here. But I want to deal with these demon lords first. There we go. Dealt with the demon lords. Get rid of these. And now stun lock this guy. So, unlike the boss earlier in Rail, where I got stuck for so long, it is a lot easier to stun lock this guy. There we go. One Mandragora to finish him off. And that's it for Dreadful Cheers. Now we're back to. Now we're gonna be doing some more shopping. Every card we've gotten as a reward at the end of the stages that you've seen me select is building up to this. And I am gonna need a bunch of money here. So yeah, sell the Ghost Army here. Catopelpest, or as we call him in the community, Catobless. I got a Wizard as well, which is a good card to have. I'm gonna keep that. The Great Demon, I can sell the Tiger Mage. And one of the most important cards to get is the Mind Flayer, which is worth 2,400 gold. Yeah, this is good. Okay, so buy one Siren, because I need two. I picked one up earlier as safety. One Hand of Pain. 9 Kitty Traps. Yeah. That's what I need. Now, I mentioned before that if you run out of cards, you can't do anything. So you might not think it's a very good idea to go in with only 4. But you'll be seeing some very nice routing and strategy in this stage up here. It's against the lady we fought before, where I said she was one of the hardest bosses. This is one of the easiest if you do it right. That is a very early summon. Okay. I'm gonna have to wait this one out. So we've stopped time by using the butterfly and the bird at the same time. That's a card combo. This also disables the iframes from the getting hit animation that Helena has. That's the woman's name, Helena. So we use Siren to completely melt through Helena's health bar, and we use the Hand of Pain to do it faster because it boosts the damage of water cards. So yeah, I'm gonna buy a couple extra kitty traps for marathon safety here, because I have very few. They have because I have very few flying rates right now. Put this in. Put the extra running bird in for safety. Extra gold butterfly. 10. Yeah, 10 is fine. Okay, and then we go into Mount Jordan.
Just wanted to pop in real fast and say that Totally Not Named Dan donated $20 to say Kendary skip hype. I think that was a while back. But
that was the stage I mentioned before, where it's just a cutscene, so you skip it with the press of the start button. But hey, we like to meme around these parts, alright?
Yeah.
We all love a good meme. See, that was a random encounter. This one is scripted. If I can get the correct cards, I can melt through these guys. I need 3 flying rays here. There we go. Get hit by a couple fireballs, it's fine. Yeah, 3 flying rays takes them down because the fire enemies. Yeah, thank you for the donation, Dan. So that's a deck point that I subtly mentioned earlier. What you can do at deck points is they restore your health to full, which is why I mentioned them that other time, because they only had 13 health at that point. Here, I'll demonstrate it to show off things. There you go, full health going into this fight. And you can also edit your deck to put in cards that you found in the stage. Okay, so first strat failed, unfortunately. I'm trying to line up three kitty traps at the same time. See, I'm just shuffling my cards now to try and get that. Okay, I got it. One of the Hand to Fire dies, but it's fine because I only need one to be alive. Okay, so just match away. No, they hit me, so it happened again. Okay, let's get away here. I want to show off this combo, so I'm gonna do it. There we go. So there's a bit of a delay, and then kaboom. Blows up. 3 kitty traps is a combo we call Catastrophe, and it's in yeah, it just creates a big explosion. All right, on to the second to last stage. Which I'm gonna just exit out of right away. So, doing the abort strategy again to put the stage in easy mode. Because it cuts like 2 to 3 encounters out of this, depending on how like your RNG is. The average you'll get when you do an abort is 2 to 3. When you don't, it's closer to 6 or 7. Alright, so run by the Bread Fairy. They're a collectible. So you get them for 100%, but that's not what we're doing. We're doing any percent. But yeah, they have no use in the speed run, and they give you a text box and they stop you from running, so they're just kind of slow, so we walk around them and don't want them. Alright, got this encounter spot again. So yeah, so let me catch you up. Let me use this time to catch you up on the story. So, Helena, the woman I've been going on about. She is from another world. And there's this guy called the Enchanter, who took the runestones from Helena's world and used them to become all-powerful. Helena then came to our world to take our runestones to try and fight him. The boss fight we did with her was a fight to the death. And because we won, even though we're on the same side now, Helena still dies anyway. It's very tragic. So now it's up to us to defeat the Enchanter and go save the world. So yeah, what I'm doing here is the stage sequencing. There's no like out of bounds clipping or whatever. We play this one we play by the book. But it's alright. I like this stage. I'm a fan. I like the sequencing it makes you do. Especially from a casual perspective, where you're not going to do an abort, so you get plenty of fights to like play the game. So you can play the game and have fun with it. Yeah, either way, we're going up to the boss, and I really hope I get kitty traps. That's what I'm aiming for here. It's random. The order of cards you get is random, and I do have it, so put them out quickly so they don't go off prematurely like they did in the previous one. And there we go. That insta kills the skeletons and puts the boss here at really low health. And bang, you're dead. Nice. That was really good. Good fight. All right, so I've got some good news and some bad news. The good news is that we're on to the final stage. The bad news is that it's the most massive run killer and the longest stage by a landslide. For both. Alright, so because I picked up a bunch of safe cards for safety, as I get petrified by that attack, I'm gonna run away. What card did I lose? Kitty Trap, that's fine. Kitty Trap is fine to lose. There are still key cards that if I lose I have to reset the stage, so I do want to request an update on what we have sitting on the timer here. Because I don't want to have to redo this stage over and over and go miles over estimate.
I think we're fine.
So yeah, there's no way to escape this because the boundaries of this area are like out of bounds. So I have to fight this out. 47. All right, then I'm gonna pretty much have to do it on this attempt. You know, no pressure and all. Yeah, that Castle Grail stage that went so terribly has really thrown things out of whack. But hey, maybe I can make up for it by just beasting this. So we're going to be doing another out of bounds in a fight here, but we're not going to use the Mandragoras that we used earlier. We're going to be using Kitty Traps instead, and a Siren. So I've got my 3 Kitty Traps already, so now I just need to scroll through my cards to get a Siren. There we go. Okay, get them a little bit closer. They're in range for the explosion. Now put everything down. Get rid of the Siren. I'm just gonna wait here. Nice, they're both dead. So, I can run away from that fight, but as I mentioned before, running away makes you lose a card. I don't want to lose vital cards, so yeah, we set it up in such a way that the Kitty Trap explosion kills the Puppet Masters in one shot. So we can clip out of bounds and just wait there for the fight to end. And kill the Puppet Masters instead of running away and risking losing a vital card. Especially in like PB attempts. Where you get to this point and you're super nervous and everything. So yeah, God bless the mini-map. Here. Navigating these stages would be much more of a pain if we didn't have a mini-map. Alright, so the strategy I used against Helena earlier, where I used those 4 specific cards, we're gonna use that again here, but it's a lot more risky. Because it's a much longer stage to have to retry. Alright, so I don't need any of those cards, so I'm gonna be paying very special attention to not getting rid of any cards I need, such as the butterfly and the thingy here. And I'm also gonna wait for Thanos to do one of these summons, where he summons a big enemy while he's gone. Okay, so I can get rid of these 2. So I need to scroll to the second Siren here. I think I just got petrified. Well, there's an elephant about to get me. Okay. Okay, that's the second Siren. So I've got my cards now. Now I just need to wait for a nice little summon here. Yo, Thanos, can you throw me another elephant, please? I would like to order 1 Effalont. Oh, look at that, he actually listened. Alright, so... Oh, okay, well, that ruins that. I'm gonna have to wait for another. I got hit by it. Wow, he's being nice today. Normally he's not this willing to give up like the easy setup people. Okay, go, go, go. Put the Siren right next to him. Oh, this is bad. I don't have the cards. I'm gonna have to redo the stage. I'll give it one more try. If it doesn't work now, we're gonna mercy kill this.
You're fine.
Yeah, it's like from the beginning to end, it's roughly like 7 to 8 minutes. That's the problem. That's just how massively long this stage is. in like PB attempt and we are actually going fast and stuff, it'll be closer to 6, but in a marathon setting, you're more so looking at 7. But hey, it's a From Software game. You have to expect some level of difficulty, right?
For sure.
And go back in and hit him again. So yeah, debuffs don't carry over after a fight. They go away, so when I go back to the overworld, I'm no longer poisoned, which is why it was glowing green. There's a couple debuffs. Yeah, there's a fair amount of the debuffs. You glow yellow, then you're slowed, you can get petrified, which also removes your iframe, so you can get melted by enemies. What else can happen? Okay, so I've got 4 kitty traps now, so I can just choose which kitty trap to get rid of. I prefer to have Siren on my A button, so I'm gonna scroll through that now. Okay, there it is. So yeah, so the reason I'm taking out the Siren once I've clipped out a bounce is I don't want. That is to avoid the Siren hitting the Puppet Masters and then them having iframes as the explosion from the kitty traps goes off. That's the reason I shuffle out Siren as soon as I'm out of bounds. Alright, so let's give this another shot.
We have a $20 donation from LM Motas, who says PWP is back, and I think that deserves a Rainbow Dash trail in Ori and the Blind Forest. Thanks, LM Motas.
Oh, Ori and the Blind Forest has that? Oh, that's neat. Didn't know that. Then again, I've never played Ori and the Blind Forest. It's one of those must-play games I still need to get to, but hey.
Yeah, I'm still
I'll get to it one day.
Myself.
Okay, so get rid of these. Get rid of these 3. So I could use this Siren here, but it's too damaged. You can see like the burning on like how little health it has left. So I'm gonna use the other Siren in my deck for this, as I did before. Okay, so there's the Hand of Pain that I'm looking for, and the other Siren. Oh, the Necromancer. The Necromancer is not a good summon to do a setup on, so. Because it can do one of 2 attacks. One would work, one doesn't, but you don't know which one comes out. The Elephant is definitely the easiest to set up on. Okay, so put Siren just inside him pretty much. There we go, that's the rate I want his health to go down. Okay, cool, we've made it. But it's not time just yet. Because there's another boss. Say hello to the God of Destruction. I'm gonna get rid of this. So, for this fight, they replenish all your cards, although the cards you've partially used keep their partial amount. So that's why I have a flying ray with 1 use left on it. I'm just gonna... So when he has those white circles around him, he's summoning elementals, and during that time he cannot, he has invincibility frame, so I can't hit him. And when he has, so yeah, basically he has 2 attacks. He has that Ray of Light, which does 98 damage, and you have this big explosion, which he can do when all 4 elementals are around. If you get hit by that, it sends you to 1 health. Don't get hit by it. So I'm gonna go over here, use this time to set up this kitty trap and hope it hits him. It should hit him because he can do elemental summon. There we go. 114 damage right there. So yeah, I'm gonna ask the deck to get ready on time. Hopefully I do this first try.
Ready.
Because because time specifically ends when the screen has faded to black after I've picked my cards at the end of the stage. So he dies, the ending cutscene plays, I get to pick cards, then I pick my cards, I press start to skip the animation, and when it fades to black, then that's when time is. Oh, he's not summoning his final elemental. Okay, I can stand in the arena fine. Oh, there we go. There's the boyo. I'm gonna wait for this explosion before I try this kitty trap. So I specifically stand in between the wood and earth elementals here because their attacks can't hit me when I'm in between it like this. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. And throw out this wizard to boost the damage because it does that. That's why I kept this around. 78, that's some nice damage. Yeah, I think we'll be good for actually finishing the run here. I would have mercy killed if I died here, but I'm just gonna play safe and make sure I can finish. Ow. Yeah, the elemental attacks don't do damage, don't worry about them. Ooh, can I cycle him? He doesn't... You can stun lock him with Dragonite because that like makes a damage animation, but yeah, he doesn't flinch on flying ray hits. Oh, there we go, he's dead, get ready on time. I've actually managed to make it through, despite all the difficulties. Oh, select my cards, confirm, press start, and time. That was a coaster. It really was.
Congratulations.
I've been having thoughts in my head of mercy killing ever since Castle Grail. Since the stage had to retry like 4 times. But I pushed through. I pushed through, tried to make it work, had to do one reset on the final stage as well, but we here now. That was Lost Kingdoms. If it wasn't a super fast, optimal, Omega good speedrun, it at least showed off that this game has the notorious From Software difficulty. But if you're interested in this game, and you have a GameCube or a Wii lying around, do consider picking this up. You can go on eBay or whatever. I know video game prices have been inflating because of things we won't talk about. But Lost Kingdoms is pretty unaffected by that. That's why I bring it up, to say that Lost Kingdoms is unaffected. You'll be able to find it for pretty cheap. If you look in the right places. If you have a local video game retailer around that does retro games, give them a visit. Maybe they have it lying around. It's still a nice game. It's still a game I like playing. So yeah, thank you to Power Up with Pride for letting me show this off. Even though it came really close to
You did great.
To
no
dying.
worries whatsoever. Thanks so much.
I was glad I was able to show this off.
Yeah, we were happy to have you.
Yeah, if you wanna get into the speedrun of this game, we have an absolutely fantastic community to help you get into this. Like, you've seen me do all this complicated stuff right here. Don't worry, you don't have to do all this stuff when you're just learning the game. There's beginner strats for this that we will be very glad to help you out with. Yeah, that's it for me. I ran a game yesterday. I ran a game just now. I'm going to be signing off. Enjoy the rest of the marathon and have a wonderful day.
You as well. Thanks so much, DoubleDubbel. And we'll be right back in just a moment with Think Quick from Arborelia. So stay tuned. You're watching Power Up with Pride. Winter Pride 2021. We're supporting the Trevor Project.